So welcome back students. So we are working on the charts and yesterday we had taken this session on the Zoom and we had gone through the pie chart. So today we are just going to cover up just the few other things of the charts, which is the last part of the chapter. So children, yesterday we had generated this particular pie chart, and one thing that was left out was if you really want that the the slices. Now these are all slices, isn't it? So if you really want that the company who has the maximum share should explode out a bit, means there should be it should be a separate slice. So what we can do is uh, you can have a list and you can specify some values like this one. I'm giving 0 comma 0 comma 0 and I'm giving here as 0.2. The last value I'm giving it as 0.2. Okay, I'll first show you the output and then I will explain it to you what exactly this means. Okay, so I'm going to use one more the keyword, that is explode or explode. It is explode is equal to, and I'm going to pass the list, that is slices. Okay, and now I'm going to run this particular code and you can see the output that we have in front of you is this particular slice is separated from the other slices, so they are not, the other slices are joined together, but this is a separate slice. So this is how you can separate a slice from the pie chart. So what's the logic behind this? Why exactly only this particular slice got separated is because I have to provide the values for that is the explode value. So I have passed the values in form of a list and the values are 0. So 0 means there won't be any kind of separation of the slice. So this particular value 1 to 1 will go. So this 0 will be associated with the value 12. Okay, so for 12 I'm not providing any kind of separation, so there won't be any separate slice for that. Even for the second value, that is 54, I'm providing the value that is 0. Even for the third value, I'm sorry, is 54.2, and for the third value also I'm not providing any value, that is 0, so there won't be any separation. Only for the fourth value, that is 78, I am providing the value that is 0.2. Okay, and rest of the values I have to keep it as 0, and rest only the last value I have kept it as 0.2. So only that particular slice will be separated out. So if I run this, you can see one more time, that's the output. If I give one more value, that is 0.2, maybe I want to show, or I give this as 0.1, this I want to show for the lowest value and this for the maximum value. And now if I run this particular code, you can see there is a small separation for the value that is in red, that is the value that is 12. If I make this also as 0.2, we are going to have something like this. Okay, so you can use it the way you feel this, like if you want to show a separate slice in your slide, in your presentation, so you can use this particular logic. So this is how the explode keyword works. So there are various keywords that we have worked upon, that is labels, then auto PCT, that is auto percentage, then colors, we can give different colors, and we can give explode the slide, that is slice, that is separate a slice from the pie chart. Okay, so that is about the explode keyword. And then children, we have to move on to the rest of the part of the chapter, that is understanding the x limit, and just okay, and you know how to add a title to a chart. We can also go p dot title. I guess I've shown this. So a simple pie chart, and just run this, and you can see there is a title to that particular chart, a simple pie chart, isn't it? So children, then we have to move on to the x limits and y limits methods. What exactly they are, I'm just going to show you with the help of an example. Now this example is exactly what it is in the book that has been given. So I'm taking the same example. So let us have a array that is np dot, and I will generate a range that is 0 comma, or simply I can pass the value that is 4, and then there is a y value. Even the values I'm taking the same, so you can have, do it along with me if you want. And 25 point, 45 point, and 20 point. So these are all floating values. And then what are x limits and y limits is, I will just first plot this using the bar chart, and I will say x comma y. Fine. And you can alternately use the show method. Show method will basically display all the lines, all the graphs that all the plotting that you're doing in the graph. Normally by default it gets displayed, but you can still use this method in case if it doesn't show anything. Okay, so you can use this show method, children. In your exam you can write it down. Okay, you can show this, but yeah, that you are using this particular method, you can you have to show to the examiner. So it's better to use this particular method. At the end, when you just do all your work, at the end just add this line of code, that is p dot show. So this will basically display the graph, the chart. Okay, so x comma y, and now if I run this particular code, we are going to have this particular output. Now what is happening over here is the values of x values, that is 0, that is minus a 0.5, and it is going till 3.5. Now that those are the x values, isn't it? Now this automatically gets decided by the PyPlot module. Fine. X and y values, they automatically gets generated, but if you want you can change this value. So if I just use p dot x, so the x lim, so that is x limits, so you can, that is dot x xlim, then that's the name of the method, that is xlim and not limits. Okay, so xlim, and then you can specify the value for x axis, and I will show do something like pass a list 0 comma 1 comma 2 comma 3 and comma 4. I'm passing 5 values actually. So 4 values. Okay, there is no list, we don't require a list. And now if I run this particular code, we are going to have the output as such. This is, we have to pass a range, that is 0 comma, and I pass 0 comma 4. Okay, 0 comma 4, that's the range. I was passing individual values, but you are supposed to pass the range. So if I say 0 comma 4, so what is going to happen, it is going to start from 0 and it is going to go till 4. Now you can see that we have specified our own values for the x axis, that is it starts from 0 goes till 4. And so you can see there is a gap over here because we have the value that is that is the value that is 20 point. Okay, yeah, 20 point, that's the last value that we have. And we have 0 comma 4, so it is going from 0 to 4. So let me just start this from minus 0.5. So I can start from 0.5, and now you can see all the bar the are showing properly, because over here it was like not showing the complete bar. So now it is showing the complete bar out here. So it is starting from 0.5 and it is going till 4. Otherwise by default it was starting from 0.5 and going till 3.5. Fine. So this is how you can do it, and the same thing you can apply for the x. What he did for the x-axis, we can do it for the y-axis as well, but this will be a bit complicated. Then every individual, you have to calculate the range for this. That is from 5, the maximum value is 45. So you can start from 0 comma 50 if I do this way, and now it is going to show some different values for the y-axis. You can see it is from 0 to 50, right? 0 to 50, that is for the y-axis, and minus 0.5 to 4, that is for the x-axis. So this is how you can specify your own values for the x-axis and for the y-axis. If you really want to have a reverse of this, I mean, I will remove this. Okay, I'll keep it. The x-axis, I want this from from positive to negative, so I can reverse this. I will start from value 4 and I will go till minus 0.5. Okay, and now if I run this particular code, what is happening over here is it is going from 4 from positive to negative. Okay, that's the first thing. So this particular graph, now this was the previous output over here, this is totally flipped graph. Okay, this is totally flipped value. So you can see the last value, that is what, 20. So that value 20 you can see for the y-axis, that got displayed first. So from the backward it is getting displayed. So 20, and then this is 45. This is 25 point, that's the floating value, and the last value that we have is 5. So this, easily you can flip the graph this way. So this is another way for which you will be using the x limits and y limits. Okay, so that is one more thing. I hope this is very much clear. We are going from positive to negative. All the values will be starting from the backward. So this is 20, this is 45, this is 25, and this is 5. Okay, and then we can also specify the tick values, like you can see over here it is showing 3.5 starting from 4, 3.5, and the value that we have, the plotting that is done is for 3, and for 2, and for 1, and for 0. But in between we have the other ticks also. The other values are also showing, that is 3.5, 2.5, 1.5, and 0.5. So if you want to only show the plotting values, so for that you can use, that is p dot, and you can use, that is xticks. What is this going to do? And we have to pass a list to this. So I'm going to pass a list right now. We'll just to, there shouldn't be any confusion, so I'm going to remove the x limit and y limits, and I will remove this also at this moment. And now if I run this particular code, we have this particular chart in front of you, that is starting from minus 0.5 and goes till positive number, that is 3.5. And now I will just bring back the xticks and specify the values, that is 0, 1, 2, 3. So these are my ticks, the tick values. Okay, so now if you see the chart, only the tick values will show to you, that is the 0, that is the plotting values for x-axis. So 0, 1, 2, and 3. In between it is not showing any other value, only 0, 1, 2, and 3 it is showing. In between there are no other values as what we had previously. So this is how you can specify your own tick values. And just in case, we will try this. Just in case, if you just ignore any tick values, so I have just removed the 0 value from here, and I have just provided 1, 2, and 3. So you can see that 0 value is not showing, though the plotting values for x and y axis, it is showing to you, that the bar is showing to you, but that value 0 it is not showing. So even this you can do. So 1, 2, 3 I provided. So for 1 and 2 and 3, these are the x values. So only that tick values are showing and that 0 value is not showing. Okay, so you can do that also. Then we can add children legends also. One more thing with the xticks before we go to the legends is you can specify your values like xtick if I provide this, and then I can also alternately provide some other names like now what is given in the book. I'll just, because I'm not getting any other option, so this is Monday. So you can provide some labels to the x values in a way. So this is Wednesday and Thursday. Okay, and this also has to be in form of a list. And now if I run this particular code, you can see that at the place of 0, so 1 to that is the index value will be mapped. So that's the 0th index, that is Monday. It will be displayed as Monday at the place of 0, and at the place of 1 it will be displayed as Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. So this is another way of using the, you can give some labels to the values of the x-axis as well as the y-axis. So I hope this is clear to you now, children. And you can provide the x label, y label. It's pretty simple. You can just go through it. Adding the legends is another thing that I want to show, and almost all that is the last part. And lastly, we are just going to save this particular chart in a PDF file, in form of a PDF file. So let me just quickly go run through the code that is given in the book. So let us have a nested list. So that is 0.5 point, so these are floating values, 5 point, then 45 point and 20 point. So that's the first nested list, and I will come to the next slide. And let me just copy this, paste it, give a comma, come to the next line. So these are the three nested list. I will just change the values now. That is 4. So we are generating a graph. Okay, multiple graphs, multiple bars, bar chart. Okay, so this is 23 and 49, and this is 70, and then this is 6 and 22, this is 47 and 19. So this is multiple bars that we are going to display, and let us have the x values as generate a range, that is 4. Since there are, every data range has the values, that is the length is 4. Okay, and then I can do p dot bar, and then x plus 0.00. So that is how we are going to do this multiple bars. The logic is the width we have to specify, and we have to keep on adding the width to the next for the next bar. So this we have done this activity, children, just in case if you can recall it. And then they have given some color, and then specifying the width, that is 0.25, and label I can provide. Okay, let me cut. Okay, that's more than sufficient. I can do it over here itself. And then they have specified name as range A. So you can provide legends. What are legends? Basically just at somewhere on the corner of the chart, legends will be displayed. So that is like which will be associated with the bar that you are displaying. So this gives an indication to the viewers that which bar is what. Okay, so just I will run through this particular code, type in, and then I will run this, and then I will explain it to you. Okay, and then what we need to do, suppose there are 3 bars that we have to compare. So this is 0.25 value, so this is what I need to add it to this. So this is x is equal to, then I will say x plus, move this, and this will be x plus, and then again I have to add to the next one, and I have to specify what this is 0.25. So this will become, again if I add 0.25 to it, it will become 0.5, and then I can change this to 2 and 3, and then I have to use p dot legend, and I have to provide the location. Now the location is given, you can give various location. Right now I will provide as what it is given, or lower left. Let me provide lower left, that is the value, so it will be at the lower left side. Okay, we have the values, that is upper right, upper left, lower right. So these are the values. Okay, so you can pass that values, and then p dot show. Let me just run this, and there is some kind of error, and that is, just a minute. I hope everything is fine. Okay, let me just, the error that it is showing is, line number 16, so that is this one. Okay, so over here we have the error, so anything, okay, this will be one. This is not the error actually, this is just a logical error that I'm getting rid of, and p dot bar, line number 16, that is color. Okay, everything looks good. Width is 0.25. Label is what I made mistake, that is el. Okay, that is el, and now if I run this, and we have this, you can see that colors I did not changed, so let me just change this color, that is G and R, and now if I run this, you can see the legends are getting displayed. So blue, we can give some name to that blue. For green we can give some name, and so it will indicate, okay, what blue is actually indicating, or what's the name of blue, right? So if this is like a comparison of three subjects, so this can be, that is physics, chemistry and mathematics. So this is how you can do. So let me just have this physics. Okay, and then I can provide this as chemistry, and also you can see, children, it is at the lower left, and so it is overlapping on the bar. So this is not the right position, let us take it to top. Okay, so chemistry, and let me have this as maths, and let me lower upper left, upper left. Let me just run this, and you can see the legend is now getting displayed at the upper left, and so blue indicates physics, green indicates chemistry, and red indicates mathematics. So something that you can use it this way. And at the end, children, we can save, that's the last part, we can save the chart with the help p dot, and you have to use the method that is save fig, that is figure, save the figure with to a particular location. So I will say d colon slash slash, give a double slash, that makes it a single slash, and you can give some folder where you want to save. I'm giving my folder, that is blender, double slash, and the name will be maybe test2 dot pdf. So that's the PDF file that will get generated for this. So I'm saving it in the folder that is blender/test2.pdf. Let me just run this, and there is an error. Very good. So we have not given the double quotes. Okay, let me run this one more time, and it has run successfully. So let us go to the folder that is d colon, that is blender folder, and you can see test2 out here, and this is the PDF file that got generated. Now since this is a PDF file, children, I can share this with the WhatsApp. You can share it very easily since this is a PDF. So it is very easy to transfer this data, this particular file on any platform. You can transfer this file, isn't it? So this is the final output of the program, and with this, children, we are almost all ended with the chapter. So please start practicing and start solving the exercises. Okay, so with this, children, I am ending the session, and we are going to meet tomorrow again. Okay, bye for now.